second round of trilateral talks between the U.S., Russia, and Ukraine is scheduled to be held this Sunday in Abu Dhabi. But Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said Saturday that he is waiting for more information from the U.S. and expected new meetings to take place next week. That suggests this Sunday's talks may have been postponed. And it comes as parts of Ukraine and Moldova saw temporary blackouts on Saturday caused by a power line malfunction. That was on top of power losses already inflicted by Russian strikes as Ukraine faces below zero temperatures. Well, for the very latest, we can check in with our correspondent, Emmanuelle Chaze, who's in Kharkiv. Emmanuelle, good morning. We hope that you are staying warm. I saw that it's about minus 18 degrees where you are. What is the current power situation in Ukraine?
Good morning, Alison. Well, indeed, it is freezing temperatures here in Kharkiv and all across Ukraine, minus 18. Here it is felt minus 25, and this comes as the energy grid is more fragile as ever. As of last night, all regions of Ukraine had been reconnected to the grid, but there's still a lot of places where, for example, you do not have running water or you do not have heating. I'm thinking in particular in Kyiv, in the capital, where the situation has been the worst following that blackout yesterday. There's still 25%, one quarter of the residential buildings who still don't have heating in those freezing temperatures in the capital, and often it is buildings which had already been impacted by Russian strikes. So the situation is very dire for millions of people living without heating in particular. Even when the energy is reconnected, you have to keep in mind that there are scheduled outages because the system has been really impacted by strike after strike after strike by Russia on the energy infrastructure. So, for example, in Kyiv, there's only 2-3 hours of power every day for each flat. So even if the energy grid has been reconnected, even with the reassurances that the power outage was due to the extreme cold, it doesn't mean that the situation got easier for people living here in Ukraine.
And meanwhile, more trilateral talks are due to take place, although it's not clear exactly when. What is the latest we're hearing from Ukrainian officials about those discussions?
Well, indeed, that has been cast by Volodymyr Zelensky, who said that he was expecting more clarity also in those negotiations from the U.S. counterparts. And he also said that for every issue related to the territorial integrity of Ukraine, to the territorial question, which is the most contentious point in any negotiations in peace, since Russia hasn't changed its stance, it's still one territory. It hasn't managed to conquer militarily since 2022. He said that in order to sort out the territorial issue, then the two leaders, himself and Vladimir Putin, should meet. We know that this is not happening now, so we're not sure about the negotiations, the new round of negotiations today, but the most pressing issue for Ukrainians here on the ground is to stay warm and to try and survive this winter.
All right, Emmanuelle, we hope you can continue to stay warm. Thank you so much, as always, for those updates. That's our correspondent, Emmanuelle Chaze, there reporting from Kharkiv.